A very warm welcome and good evening in the Learjet 35A from FlightSimWare. We are taking this plane from Dublin to Glasgow, and we're going to try the UK voices by SayIntentions once again. See how that goes. So, planned for is a departure of a runway 28 right here in Dublin. We're standing at the GA over here. Going to have a short taxi over to runway 28 right. From there, taking the Learjet 3 Juliet departure to the north, and we'll have a look at that in more detail later on. A couple of restrictions there, what the flight level concerns. So with the Learjet, and from there, a couple of waypoints over the sea to the transition for the Black One Gulf arrival into Glasgow. We'll have a look at that also in more detail later on. We have block, a couple of restrictions over to Lanark, and here we are either getting an ILS via vectors to runway 23, so taking this way around here, or we will get an ILS via Glasgow VR, which is going to be a circling sort of ILS approach to runway 23. So we'll see what we get from SayIntentions. So much for that. So why don't we get this thing started? We need battery 1 and 2, primary second inverter. We'll turn on the stall warnings, make sure anti-skid is on, hydro pump, uncage the gyro, make sure the parking brake is set, flaps 8, and the pressure is building up, so we don't need that pump anymore. Nav light, sorry, turn off that. Cabin air, we'll make sure to set the trims to takeoff position. And fuel wise we're fine, so we don't have to tank or fill up any more fluids versus fuel here, so that should be okay. Alright, so now autopilot, radio altimeter, avionics master, emergency battery, and let's have a listen to the ATC here in Dublin. So we'll just grab that flight plan, so we have that Dublin airport already in the system. We'll go to waypoint info, frequencies, and the ATC should be down somewhere. We'll see which one it is. We'll try that one there.
GHT left. Departing runway 28 right. Wind
So
200 at
right.
12. Visibility 10. Few at 1800. Broken at 3300. Temperature 11, dew point 7. QNH 1006.
1006.
Transition level 70. Advise on course heading. Altitude,
and transition level is 70.
Flight following is requested.
Good to know.
Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
And
Dublin
we got hotel.
Airport.
All right.
Information hotel. 1830 Zulu. Arriving runway 28 left. Departing runway 28 right. Wind 200 at 12.
Dublin clearance, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima over at the GA with hotel. Request IFR clearance to Glasgow, please.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Sure thing, let's do that. So that voice was good. Sounded pretty authentic to me.
24 Alpha Lima, clear to Glasgow via the Learjet 3 Juliet departure runway 28 right. Initial climb to 4,000 feet. Departure on 119.555 squawk 2427.
Clear to Glasgow via the Learjet 3 Juliet departure runway 28 right. Initial climb 4,000, departure on 119.555 squawking 2427, November 24 Alpha Lima. So that holds up with our flight plan, all good. Learjet 3 Juliet, 28
24
right.
Alpha Lima, read back correct. Contact ground on 130.79er.
Ground on 13079er, November 24 Alpha Lima. So 13079er, this is via the Octavi IFR1 controller. 79er, so let's set that. And we'll ask for startup. Dublin ground. Good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima at the GA with hotel. Request engine start. For that, we need beacon lights. Make sure the cabin air is off. Parking brake is set.
Alpha Lima, engine start approved at your discretion.
P3 has to be off. Engine start is approved, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, course cutoff. We'll start with the right one. Watching that N2. Heading 10 to 13%, we'll just go to idle. Get that ITT tapping up here at the N1 rotation. Fuel's there and pressure building up within 30 seconds, so that's all good.
Ready for push and start.
So that looks like a good end in engine start. We've got a
Start approved.
Same thing on the left side.
Ryanair 22 Sierra Quebec.
N2. Rising, as expected. Go to idle.
Shamrock 4 Romeo Golf. Runway 28 right taxi.
Light off.
Via Whiskey 2.
ITT tapping up.
Hold short of runway 34.
And one rotation, fuel flow and pressure building up. So that looks good.
Inner, link 5.
And the voices in the background sound really UK-ish. Cool stuff.
7, Kilo, November 1.
Ignition on. Heat to heat. 1, 2 on. We'll turn on the windshield heat. We'll wait with the nacelle heat. I don't think we need that today. We'll see later on. Taxi light. Make sure everybody's sitting down. And then the recognition lights. Now we're going to flight out 250 today, so 24 is okay. And the cabin is on. Cool. Alright.
Ryanair 1 Juliet Kilo, runway 28 right taxi via Delta November. Charlie, link 7, Kilo, November 1.
Runway 28 right taxi via Delta November. Charlie, link 7, Kilo, November 1, Ryanair 1 Juliet Kilo.
Ground, good evening again, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi.
Ryanair 24 contact tower on 128.8.
So next one's going to be 128.8.
24 Alpha Lima, runway 28 right taxi via apron 6, link 7, Kilo, November 1.
Runway 28 right taxi via apron 6, link 7, Kilo and November 1, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, apron 6 is here. Then going over here to link 1, Kilo, and then November 1. Cool, alright, let's go. Don't forget the steer lock. Let's go. So just have a U-turn here and just turn around.
Ryanair 1625 contact tower.
Yeah, watch it, buddy.
128.8.
So 128.8 is in standby, which is good.
Tower Ryanair 1625.
And it's already busy and the voices are really great.
Mike ready to taxi.
I just love the voices, they're really good.
Gemstone 76 Mike, runway 28 right taxi via apron 4, link 4, Foxtrot, inner, link
Okay,
5,
why did I lose
Foxtrot,
my
inner,
steer
link
lock?
6, Delta Sierra, Charlie, link 7, Kilo, November 1.
So reverses can come on.
Runway 28 right taxi via apron 4, link 4, Foxtrot,
Flaps and takeoff, fins and takeoff.
Delta Sierra, Charlie, link 7,
Lights
Kilo,
come
November 1,
at the end,
Delta
turn
Mike.
out, select on and nav on. Go all the way here. Not sure if this all holds up to that chart that I have, I'm not sure, I'm going to just go straight ahead here.
5, Whiskey give way to the Ryanair 73 Max on your right.
Yeah, UK voices hold
Giving
up.
way to the Ryanair 73 Max, Speedbird 835 Whiskey.
Sounds good, sounds great to me.
Shamrock 68 Yankee contact tower on 128.8.
The only thing that is a little bit
Tower Shamrock 68 Yankee.
sad is the liveries of the planes. They're not really Dublinish,
128.8.
but can't have everything. So we'll take it right here, a Kilo.
Tower, Ryanair 1 Juliet Kilo.
And it sure is busy here. It sure is busy. I'm gonna just sneak before this guy here. Sorry.
Echo India Mike Uniform Quebec ready to taxi.
It is busy here.
Echo India Mike
They're
Uniform
left.
Quebec, runway 28 right taxi via apron 6, link 7, Kilo, November 1.
Runway 28 right taxi via apron 6, link 7, Kilo, November 1, Echo India, Mike Uniform, Quebec.
Alpha Lima, contact tower on 128.8.
Tower 128.8, November 24 Alpha Lima. Dublin Tower, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima on November 1. Ready for departure in sequence.
November 24, Alpha Lima, Dublin Tower, runway 28 right, hold short, you're number 2 behind the 73 MAX.
Number 2 behind the 737 MAX on November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, let's get the lights on. Strobe lights can come on. Landing lights can come on.
Speedbird 835, whiskey short of 28 right, ready for departure.
Speedbird 835, whiskey, wind 200 at 12, runway 28
Departure
right.
controller was 119.555, as I recall. I think that was it, right? Yeah,
28
exactly.
right,
We
Speedbird
got that there.
835, whiskey.
So we're ready there too. Okay, anything else? We got the lights on, pitot heat is on, the thrust reversers are on, air ignition is
Gemstone
on.
17 November contact
The
ground
trim
on
is flaps
130.79er.
We are ready to go.
Ground, Gemstone 17 November.
We'll hold here.
Approaching runway 28 right.
So, let's have a look at that departure while we're waiting here. Taking it straight ahead here. Then a right turn. There is one
ground on 130.7
restriction at Delta Whiskey 119 to be below flight level 090. Then we get one more at Rote below flight of 230. And that's about it for the SID. Flight, the transition number was, I think it was it 70? I think it was 70. And the altitude is 5,000, so we switched to standard Canadian 5,000. We'll remain at Dublin Tower until passing 2007. We'll contact Dublin approach or departure. Either that or we'll just get that handover from the tower controller. And departure, as I recall, was 119.555.
Sierra, contact departure on 119.555.
To departure 119.555.
24 Alpha Lima, runway 28 right, wind 200 at 12, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, so far, SayIntentions performing flawlessly.
Whiskey, contact
And
departure.
also, the UK voices are just
Over to
phenomenal.
departure, Speedbird 835, whiskey.
Let's go. A little bit windy here. Absolutely windy here. VR is going to be 125 knots today. VR, rotate. Beautiful surroundings of Dublin here. Taking that right turn here. We'll try to stay below 210 knots. as per the SID. And we're going to soon enter those clouds, and it just looks gorgeous here.
Contact departure on 119.5, 55.
Departure 119.555 November to Alpha Lima, thanks. Let's do that. Dublin departure, good evening, November 2 for Alpha Lima, 2000, climbing 4000. Entering the clouds here now, guys.
November 24, Alpha Lima, Dublin departure, identified, climb by the SID to flight level 230.
Climb by the SID to flight number 230, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So via SID, that means we have to stay below 90
on 128.8
before 119 are there, so we'll do that.
Runway tower 1288, Swiss 8, Victor Delta, bye-bye. Departure, good evening, with 122 Charlie, climbing 32,000, 45,000.
Air ignition can come off, the lights can come off.
Climb via the SID to flight level 230.
Air ignition can come off. Thrust reverser can come off.
Contact Dublin on 135.655.
Still got that restriction of 210 knots. We'll stay roughly there. It's not going to be too perfect, but that's okay. I think we can speed up that climb a bit because we are getting there, so the restriction's not going to be a problem for us, so we can just actually speed this thing up a bit.
Ryanair 7 Kilo X-ray, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000 on man and...
Standard already, 1013, perfect.
Gemstone 17 November contact, London control on 133.6.
Beautiful views here. This is where FS24 just shines, right?
November. Gemstone 36 Whiskey, climb and maintain, flight level 140.
Flight level 140, Gemstone 36 Whiskey.
Almost. We had that restriction, almost. So we are passing 10,000 feet, flight at 100. We're just gonna speed this baby up. Just be quicker here. Look at that, you guys. Amazing. So, speed mode.
Departure Ryanair Nina 7 X-ray Juliet 2000 for
Recognition lights, we don't need any more.
Niner
Yacht anchor we forgot.
Juliet,
Set that.
radar contact.
Fuel
Climb
is
and
fine.
maintain 12, 2000.
Now taking that right turn. Okay, what was that?
Up to 12, 2000, Ryanair 97 X-ray Juliet.
So we're well on the way, guys. Perfect. Love the UK voices. Really, really cool.
Direct Obinu, cleared for the RNAV runway 28 left approach, descend and maintain altitude 3,000 feet until established.
While we're at it, let's just have a look at our flying plan again. Well on the way on the SID. Got to be below 230 at Rotev. That should be okay because we have that as a final level. So we're going to be there at 230. I'm going to continue to Gotna, just over New Chenards, whatever that is, just east of Belfast. Going over is it the Irish Sea to Blacka. This is a transition for the arrival. We'll have a look at that. The black arrival here.
Departure Shamrock 34 Golf 2000 for 4000.
So leveling off here.
Shamrock 34 Golf radar contact.
I'm just making sure that we don't bust that speed.
Up to 12 2000 Shamrock
there.
34 Golf.
Yeah, black up, which is the transition.
Flight level 250.
Climb flight number 250 November to Alpha Lima. 250 it is.
Departure Ryanair 554, climb for 4,000 feet.
Dublin departure identified. Climb 56,
Like
flight
so.
level 230.
Departure Shamrock 158
So block up.
2000 for 4000.
And then we've got one restriction at Girva at flight level 150. Turnsbury VR, max 250 knots.
Shamrock 1584.
Taken to Lanark, and Lanark has to be a flight of 070.
655.
Got to Dublin on 135655 November 24 Alpha Lima. Thanks, bye.
Departure Ryanair 22 Sierra Quebec 2000 4000.
So 135,
Ryanair
655.
Climb and maintain 10,000.
Dublin Control November 24 Alpha Lima. Flight level 250 November 24 Alpha Lima. What was that? Okay, I got distracted by the speed, by the overspeed.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Dublin identified. Good evening.
Alright, we're checked in there. Let's continue our briefing. Lanark has flight level 070. And from there we'll see what we're going to get. If it's going to be a circling approach, an ILS, or just a vectored approach into the final portion of runway 23. We'll just wait for now. Now we might just listen to the ATC over in Glasgow if there's anything like that in the reach. So we'll go down there, Glasgow, waypoint info, frequency.
24 Alpha Lima, expect the Blacker 1 Golf arrival. Plan to descend in maybe 5 minutes.
Expect the Black 1 Golf arrival into Glasgow, November 24 Alpha Lima. So ATIS, where's ATIS? There is the ATIS. So we got 129.580 in COM2. 129er 580, like so, and then we'll go to
G is requested.
perfect.
Read back all runway and hold short
Contact Scottish Control
instructions.
on 123.775.
Scottish Control on 123775 November 24 Alpha Lima. Thanks, bye. 123775, like so. Scottish Control, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, flight level 250.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Scottish Control identified, good evening.
Just awesome, these UK voices. Just awesome, cool. So let's continue listening to the ATIS.
Altitude in the flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Yankee.
So we got Yankee over in Glasgow.
Glasgow International Airport. Information Yankee. 1850 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 23. Wind 190 at 17 gusting 27.
Oh,
Visibility
27. Okay, it's windy there.
Overcast at 3700. Temperature 11. Dew point 7. QNH 1004.
1004.
Transition level 80. Advise on course heading. Altitude.
1004 and 80.
Flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Yankee.
Okay, we are Yankee.
Glasgow International Airport. Information Yankee.
We might just listen to that a little bit later on. So I turned down the volume a bit so we can hear those voices better. Where are we? We are here towards Gotha, and we're soon going to enter that arrival. Since there is a speed, restriction, a level restriction, let's put that into VNAV. Go to flight plan, go down to Girva, and set that in VNAV. And then we know exactly what we have to do. So we have already now to descend by this rate, 1700. We're doing nothing, of course, but we're going to wait until we get that descent from ATC, and then we're going to just look at that required vertical speed in order to meet that restriction at Girva, or maybe also that one over at Lanark with flight level 070. So just to try and keep ahead of the game, we'll just load the ILS.
24 Alpha Lima, descend via Blacker 1 Golf to flight level 070 into Glasgow, QNH 1005.
Descend via Blacker 1 Golf to flight level 070 into Glasgow, QNH is 1005 November 24 Alpha Lima. Alright, there you go. So, 070, and we'll just pick that rate and make sure that we don't overspeed. We pitch that plane down like so, a little bit more. That's perfect. Speed, I'll always look at the speed. Don't forget the alt select now. Taking a right turn here. So, since he gave me LANOC restriction, I'll put that into the VNAV actually. So we have that 7,000, and we're perfect on the profile there. So cool. We're descending, and we're going to turn over to the to the local KNH, which is 1005, according to the controller at Scottish Control. When we pass flight levels 80. Okay, just quick. ILS. We'll pick the final one just to prepare a little bit. Have a look at that chart. So ILS runway 23. We'll go program it. What we have a low procedure approach ILS 23, and we'll pick vectors for now. And now we get the frequency already in standby. We'll flick it over to active, and we're down there. Then, so 1101 is correct. And the final course of runway 23 is going to be 228, which is this one here. We'll flick that in there. 228. Like so. Since we're descending, we might just as well look at the airport elevation. It's just sea level, so we set sea level there on our pressurization. Okay, so we have that already prepared for. We have the final course, we have the localizer frequency there, and let's just quickly brief this one here before we look at the other one, just to be prepared. ATIS we just listened to, we'll listen to it again.
00. Temperature 11, dew point 7. QNH 1004.
Okay, he told us 05, but it doesn't matter. 80 was transition level.
And if flight following is requested, read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Yankee.
Still Yankee. Okay, so where are we? We're turning towards Girva now. Still on profile a little bit, actually almost too steep. Flatten that descent out a bit. Yes. So in case we get vectors, it's going to be LANOC over here and down to the final portion of the ILS to CF23. And which one is the final fix or final approach point? It is FF23, which is this one here. So this is where we're going to pick up the glide slope, right, guys? This is where the glide slope is going to be caught.
24 Alpha Lima, contact Glasgow approach on 119.105.
Glasgow approach on 119.105, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, 119. 105. Was it? Glasgow approach, November 24 Alpha Lima. Good evening, descending through flight level 170 with Yankee.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Glasgow approach identified. Good evening, expect the ILS runway 23 approach into Glasgow.
Expect the ILS runway 23 approach into Glasgow, November 24 Alpha Lima. So what about profile? We are perfect in the profile. We have 70 in the altitude, and we have that alt selector armed. Yes, the final approach point where we're going to intercept the glide slope is at 2,900, and this is the one we're going to use if we have vectors. But there's another one which is the VR DME one. We'll have a look at that just later on quickly. Seems to be a little bit bumpy here, yeah. Plane is jumping around here. Slow up the descent a bit because we're going to closing into 10,000. This stage will turn on the recognition lights. The other one is one of these guys, ILS 23. This one here, for example. And that looks a little bit different. So, in case we get that one there, I'm not sure which one he's going to give us actually. We'll see. That would mean we have to take the turn from Lanark to the VR. Then from the VR at 3000 I'm going to localize a track of 48 degrees. This is the one. Localize a track of 48 degrees up to 12 miles DME and then take a right turn into the final portion of the ILS. So we'll see which one it is. I'll prepare for this one, for the other one, for the final one. ILS 23. Final change. Let's get that chart set up like so. Perfect. Okay, taking right turn here. How? Now already directed to Lanark. Okay, what do I have to do more? So we are still above flight level 100, so the speed is okay like so. The required descent speed is not that steep anymore, so we'll just try to correct for that, so we meet that restriction at Lanark at flight level 070. Like, that was too much. Like so. Alright. Good. Windshield heat we have on. Cabin controller, that is done. Anti-eye system we don't need. Altimeters will set them at flight level 80 and the recognition lights are on. All good. Next one's going to be approach. Nothing there before landing. Okay, go. So let's get some sound in this plane again. Like so. Still on the profile for Lanark. Turn the landing lights on. Usually don't, actually you could do that later on, right? When you extend the landing gear.
Foxtrot Romeo contact, Scottish control on 135.53.
Over to Scottish control on 135.53. Logan 41 Foxtrot Romeo.
Logan 457, climb and maintain flight level 110.
Climbing to flight level 110, Logan 457.
View-wise, completely okay.
Papa Yankee contact, Scottish control on 133.2.
133.2 for Logan 23 Papa Yankee.
Logan 23 Papa Yankee contact, Scottish control on 133.2.
Those voices are really something.
2 Logan 23 Papa Yankee.
This is really a changer for UK and Ireland.
Departure Golf Delta Papa Yankee uniform 2000.
So, inbound Lanark. We'll see what he's gonna give us there.
Radar contact, IFR altitude.
5000 Golf Delta Papa Yankee uniform.
So far we've got an expect ILS Romeo 23 approach to Glasgow. That means we should actually get more instructions soon. At flight level 80, oh, we're going to do it now. I'm going to QNH 1005 as per the controller.
You, in flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
Bravo now, current.
Glasgow International Airport. Information. Bravo. 1920 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 23. Wind 190 at 17. Visibility 10. Overcast at 3700. Temperature 11, dew point 7. QNH 1005. Transition level 80. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo. Glasgow International Airport. Information. Bravo. 1920 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 23. Wind 190 at 17. Visibility 10. Overcast at 3700. Temperature 11, dew point 7. QNH 1005. Transition level 80. Advise on course heading.
I would love if SayIntentions would just be as perfect as it was just now, and that they gave me some more vectors here, because this is what we have. We got expect ILS-23 but no instruction, so we'll just actually go. There it is. Oh no. Speed 250 knots November 2 Yeah, that's good, but even better would have been if you just had told me what to do. And I'm not like I'm gonna go to heading mode and just go up to the north here. Even though I should wait for instructions by the controller, but there were no instructions, so I'm just gonna do what I have to do. Right, guys? Let's continue a little bit here before we go north. And give him some time and hope that he's going to make up his mind and just give some guidance. Hallelujah.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet. Turn left, heading 005 vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach. QNH 1005.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet. Turn left, heading 005 vector for the ILS runway 23 approach. QNH 1005. November 2 Lima. Hallelujah. SayIntentions, you're just killing it today. Really cool stuff. Just love it. I'll select, don't forget that. We are in heading mode. QNH is already set, so that is cool. Really, really cool stuff. Just works flawless, right? So, spoilers, flaps, landing gear. Just make sure that we have everything in the head before we close into this final segment of the approach. So look at that, he's vectoring us in here for this ILS approach. Love it, really love it. So we can actually brief that chart a bit more in detail soon. Add select 5000 local QNH. We got the heading mode when actually we can already set that localizer on and activate glide slope and nav later on. We'll do that later on. Okay, so we're on IMC here. So probably something like this. I guess we'll see. Okay, let's brief this thing. We got the localizer frequency set 110. No, we don't. Yes, we have 11010. The final course is set. We have the final approach point in our heads. The decision altitude is, we'll see that later on down here, for category 1221, which is 200 above. All good. Then in case of missed approach, we'll go just straight ahead to 2500 or 246, and then we'll take a left turn and hold at the VR or localize track at 3000. That's about it. speed is okay. We're at 5,000 and all good on heading mode. Cool. Next one probably is going to be 2,900. We'll see about that. SayIntentions is killing it today. Not one fault. Everything just perfect.
24 Alpha Lima, turn left, heading 310.
Turn left heading 310, November 24 Alpha Lima. So 310 it is, like so.
Departure, Golf Yankee Hotel, Mike Tango 2000 for 4,000.
24 Alpha Lima, descend altitude 4,000 feet, turn left, heading 315.
Left heading 315, November 24 Alpha Lima. And 4,000, out select, VS, and just take it down from here.
Alpha Lima, proceed direct, CF23, descend altitude 2,900 feet until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 23 approach.
Proceed direct to CF23, descend altitude 2,900 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 23 approach, November 24 Alpha Lima. Very cool indeed.
Air 113, direct Glotayevo,
down
cleared for the ILS runway 05 approach.
2,900.
Descend and maintain altitude 3,000 feet until established.
Descending to 3,000 cleared for the ILS 05 approach with 113.
Okay, we're here, so there's still have some time here. We got flaps 8.
Mike, radar contact, climb and maintain 11, 1000.
Retracted flaps, landing gear will set that landing and escape thrust reverses flaps down on the pilot. Good. All good. This is where we're going to intercept, guys. Speed is good. Next one's going to be tower. Tower here in Glasgow is going to be 118.805, so let's set that 118.805.
Departure, Golf Uniform Juliet November,
there
Golf 2000 for 4,000.
Golf Uniform Juliet November. Golf, radar contact. Maintain
No
VFR at or
visibility
below
here.
7,000.
Up to 7,000, Golf Uniform Juliet November, Golf.
Miles out, so we don't have to turn on, don't have to lower the gears yet, or wait a little bit more there.
Shuttle 7 X-ray 2,000 for 4,000.
Shuttle 7 X-ray, radar contact. Climb and maintain 8,000.
8,000, Shuttle 7 X-ray.
Listen to the weather, the latest weather here.
The flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
It is
Advise
windy
on
here.
initial contact, you have information Bravo.
As you can see, it is windy here.
Glasgow International Airport. Information Bravo. 1920 Zulu. Arriving and
Alpha
departing
Lima.
runway 23.
Contact Glasgow Tower on 118.805 at CF23.
Contact Glasgow Tower on 118.805 at CF23 November 24 Alpha Lima. And we'll do that when we're established. Which is going to be soon. The localizer
short of runway 23.
is not alive yet, but it's going to be soon alive.
Short of runway 23, Channel 1 Zulu.
Captured. Localizer is captured and we are turning to the final course. Glasgow Tower, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, established localizer 23. Flight slope is not alive yet.
24 Alpha Lima, Glasgow Tower identified.
Line up with the runway, cool, perfect. What that wind information? Yeah, it is windy.
Short
runway 5.
It is windy.
Transition level 80, advise on course heading, altitude, and if
Gear
flight
down.
following is requested.
Laps
Read
20.
all runway and hold short instructions.
And it is
Advise
windy,
on initial
as you can
contact
see
to
here.
have information Bravo.
And now we got the glide slope. No, not
Glasgow
yet.
International
Almost.
Airport. Information Bravo. 1920
Okay, what's expected down at the
Arriving
ground?
and departing runway 23. Wind 19 at 17. Visibility
Probably gonna
10.
vacate Delta.
Overcast
Yeah,
at
we'll try to vacate Delta.
3700.
And hold there and see what we get.
Dew point 7. QNH 1005.
X-ray cross runway
Transition
23.
level 80, advise on course heading.
Ground 121
Altitude.
705.
Flight following is requested.
121
Read all runway and
705.
hold short instructions.
24 Alpha
Advise on
Lima,
initial
190
contact you have
runway 23
information
clear to
Bravo.
land.
Glasgow in
Runway 23 cleared to land November 24 Lima. Okay, 17 knots from 190, so we have a little bit of crosswind. The ground is in standby. We are clear to land. Very cool. And
Golf Alpha Mike Yankee Papa hold short of runway 23.
beautiful surroundings here at Glasgow.
Yankee Papa.
And it's going to be a bumpy landing probably.
Golf Whiskey India Romeo Lima, hold short of runway 23.
Hold short of 23, Golf Whiskey India Romeo Lima.
Yaw damper is the last thing we have to turn off in the end. Everything else is good.
Chinook 2 Mike Yankee hold short of runway 23.
23 holding short, Chinook 2 Mike Yankee.
Beautiful surroundings here. Gotta say, FS 2024 is really shining here, right? There's only one thing that it's not shining at, and that's when you put that VR headset on. For me, it doesn't work. I'm in 2D now with the TrackIR head tracker system, which works perfect. But for me, VR, not yet. Maybe someday.
Golf Whiskey India Romeo Lima,
Flaps
hold short of
full.
runway 23.
Yaw damper off.
Short, Golf Whiskey India Romeo Lima.
Speedbird 6AA hold short of runway 23.
23 holding short, Speedbird 688.
Crabbing this thing in a bit. It is really windy here. And we'll just have some fun and fly this thing ourselves, right? Yep. It is windy. Don't need the wind chill heat anymore.
Hold short of runway 23.
Hold short of 23, Easy 9 or 4 Uniform Juliet.
Approaching runway 23.
Look at these views. Wow. And while I'm looking at the views, I'm getting distracted here on the approach with some crosswinds, pretty heavy crosswinds. Not good. And there's a shear also there. Great stuff. Oh my god. This really is something here. It is really windy. Okay, gotta concentrate a bit here now. Oh my god. What is happening here? Shit, this is really tricky.
Golf Whiskey India Romeo Lima, hold short of runway 23.
This is not what you call a stable approach,
Whiskey India
guys.
Romeo Lima.
This is not what you call a stable approach, guys. Not at all. This is a horrible approach. but the landing was perfect. At least that, guys. And it was crazy windy here. Jesus Christ, that was crazy. Oh my god. And we'll try to vacate here. And without the steer lock, that is really hard.
24 Alpha Lima, contact ground on 121.705.
Ground 121.705, November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks mate. So let's clear the runway correctly, and then we'll just turn that steer lock on, otherwise nothing's gonna work. And then we'll talk to ground. Glasgow ground, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, vacated the runway at Delta. Request taxi to the GA. See if he picks that up. See if he picks that up.
24 Alpha Lima, say again please.
Ground November 24 Alpha Lima on Delta, request taxi to the gate. Too bad. Well, it was okay. Can't have everything.
24 Alpha Lima, taxi to Gamma Aviation Stand G1 via Delta Golf Alpha Tango. Good day.
Taxi to Gamma Aviation Stand G1 via Delta Golf Alpha Tango November 2 Alpha Lima. So Delta Golf Alpha and Tango Gamma Apron. How cool is that? Very, very cool. So it's going to be a left turn for us. Let's set the taxi lights can come on, strobe lights can come off, and let's go. I gotta say guys, SayIntentions today just shone or shined, or what do you say in English? Shone today. It just really worked flawlessly, perfect. And also the voices, the UK voices, they just really add to the immersion, they add realism and make the flying here in UK Ireland much more fun. And you want, I want to see some more of the surroundings here, so that's why I'm gonna get some light into this simulator. Sorry guys. There it is. So straight ahead, here's the tower. Then I'm gonna take a left turn, and probably Gamma Aviation is the regular terminal for a private jet like the Learjet. So also there, SayIntentions shining today. Brian, guys, you're doing a really great job. Thanks, by the way. So that's not Gamma Aviation yet, we're still on Alpha. Tango's going to be next. So I haven't got any, haven't got a scenery here for Glasgow. I might actually buy one, because these UK voices just make it really fun. I'll take a turn here, take a left turn here, and just park at the gas station. Fill this baby up. Alright guys. I hope you enjoyed this flight, as I did. Hope you have a good evening, and you give a try, use yourselves, and see how those UK voices go for you. Today, SayIntentions, 10 points out of 10. Thanks, Brian, and have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.